Assalamu alaikum. Hi guys. This is Ishan Akbar. I hope you all will be fine. Today I am going to teach you that how can we draw different types of graphs on MS Excel. So the basic type of the graphs you can see here is scatter graph, or the scatter graph is under. Here you can see the bubble graphs are also possible to draw with different types of data. So different types of graphs need different types of data. So first of all, I will go to scatter plots. It means that we have both x values and y values. It means that we have both numeric values for x-axis and numeric values for y-axis. So if we want to know the relationship between x values and y values, then we must have to draw these values on graph, and we will check their uh, changing phenomena or changing criteria, that how the change in value of x affects the change in y value. So simply we can there are two methods to draw a scatter plot between x and y values. Simply, first you can select all these values, then you can go to this insert tab. Here you can see the insert tab. So simply go to insert, and here you will find out this scatter option available here. So simply you can select any type of the graph you need for these x and y values. So if you want simple points, then you will click on this. So the graph will be in form of these points. So simply this whole graph is according to the values here we selected before selecting the graph or scatter type graph. So simply this graph is describing the values of x and y along both axes. Simply in this graph we only see this legend. So this is why only this is the graph. You can say it as the graph title, your chart title, or you can simply say that we want to add some axis titles for both the axes. So simply I can write the axis title as marks, or number of students, and the y-axis is marks obtained by marks of students. So in this way you can add x and y-axis or axis title from this plus sign. You can see this plus sign on the top right of the graph. So you can add axis, you can add axis title. If you uncheck this, the axis values will be removed. That means minimum and maximum values of axis will be removed. If you check this box, then values for both x and y axis will be shown here. And if you want to select, or if you want to show the values for one graph or one axis, simply if you want to show values for horizontal axis, you can hide values or primary vertical axis values from this box. And if you want to show both, you can click. If you want to hide both, you can click uncheck both the boxes. So simply most of cases we need both of the axis values along x and y axis. So here you can add data labels. Data labels means this will show you the value of y. Simple data label will show you the value of y because x is the independent variable and value of y is dependent upon these x values. So simply you can see these values of x, and if you want to show both values and x and y, then you will go to this one, data labels, more options, and here you will plot the x. Here you will simply add or check the button of x value, and it will show the both values of the points. It means that the coordinates of the points are 1 along x-axis and 100 along y-axis. Simply next point is 2 and 200, next is 3 and 300. So you can in this way you can add both the data labels for x and y values. But if you check this box, it will only active the values of y at every point. So if you want to activate both the values or values for a point for both the axes x and y, you will go to this more option, and in this more option you will select this label option, and in label option you will check both these x and y. So above or below you can set the position. If you want to put them right, you want to put them left, you want to put them above, you want to put them below, at any value you can put these x and y labels. So here I am going to put them on the left of each point, or above each point, sorry. So in this way we can plot the scatter. So simply if you have drawn one graph and you want to, so here what will be the title of the graph? The title of graph will be y values. So simply I will write it as marks of students. So this will be the title of the graph. If you want to change these axis values, that this should start from 0 and go towards 1000, and sorry, and if you want to start from 0 and go towards 1000, then you will simply go to this option and will select this axis option. Here it is axis option, and here you can see the minimum value is 00 and maximum value is 1200. So you can simply write here as 1000. So you can see here that this graph y axis is starting from 0 and is going till 1000. So here we can see congestion of numbers. So simply to remove this congestion, here you can see the units. So you can change the units for major axis. Major means major grid lines. So here you can write it as 200. So the values will be shown here with the difference of 200. So you can change it to 250, you can change it to any required value, and to avoid from the congestion of data. Same for x-axis, you will double click on the x-axis, this bar will be shown. Here you will go to x-axis, you will change this major value to 10. You can change the minor value or minimum value to -1 or any other value, so your graph will start from that value. So here I am keeping this as 0 and it will move towards 10. So better to write it as 12, because this point, the maximum point is touching the maximum axis. So no need to take such risks. You have to keep all the values in within the graph area. So all these values or all these points are in the graph area. So now if you are going to change the type of graph, type of scatter graph. So you will select this graph and you will go to this type, change chart type. So you will select this. Here you can change the chart type. You can select the line, curved line with points. You can select the curved line without points, and you can select straight lines with points, and you can select straight lines without points. You can select bubbles, colored bubbles, or simple solid bubbles. These are 2D bubbles and these are 3D bubbles. Uh, so these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 types of scatter graph available in MS Excel program. So simply if you want to draw a curved line with no points, then this line will be this one, like this one, and you want to straight line with points, this will be like this one. And if you want to only draw the bubbles, so this one. So here the size of bubbles are very larger. Simply you can reduce their size. Simply here it is written as 100, you can reduce it to 50, the size of bubble will be reduced. You can reduce it to 20, so their size will be reduced. And you can type any size or any feasible range of size for these bubbles. So this was all about drawing a XY scatter plot using both values along X and Y axis. See you in the next video for other types of graphs. Thank you very much.